What up? What up? We back in. We finally did it, man. We finally did another one. Got my man here with me. We're gonna get this going, man. I'll jump over here real quick. Right there. That off of there. All right, all right. So we calling this stay average, and you're gonna be feeling a lot better about not being rich and famous after this. That's for sure. Look shiny over there. But trust, usually comes with a lot of heartbreak, sacrifice. But us normal folks, we get to just live regular lives, enjoy the priceless stuff, love, health, and an ability to sleep at night because we ain't screwing people over. But first, I want to show this right here, man. My man just released a video called Echoes. Jump over here. You got to see this, man. Check this out, man. We're gonna get this going a little bit. Turn that down a little bit so you can hear this. I'm gonna highlight this a little bit, man. This is a new video, man. PTMG crew, man, dropped this the other day. Check this out, man. Let's get a little reaction in real time. My man, Tough T.
In the shadows,
my bad. This
a broken heart. I'm searching for.
That's not it right there. That's not it right there. That's my bad on that. Let me try that again. Where is that, man? They just put that out. I have to go to my Facebook and find that. Let me see. Let's try this right here. Let's try this. Give me a second here. Let me do that. That was my bad, man. That was somebody else's joint, man. Let me see. I thought that was out on YouTube. It probably is. I just probably couldn't find that. Give me a second here. Let me try this. Try this right here. Let's go here. Tough T certified. No, they dropped a video the other day. Let me see. Can we find that? Oh my bad. Let's go back. Man, I gotta be more prepared with that, man. I thought I was gonna be able to just pull that right up, but yeah, that thing. Oh, here we go, right here. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Tough T, you up? Let's see what you got, man. Man, I can't wait to hear this. What's gonna be a live reaction right here. Watch this. We ain't gonna play the whole thing because you gotta go subscribe, you know, and view that yourself. But check this out.
Demons all around me trying to get up in my head. Got these niggas capping around me claiming they really my friends, and they bit their head and they fed them, so I got the upper hand. Commissary ain't coming in, I can feel it in my ribs. Gotta make this music shake, I need to feed the kids. In the streets they never showed me love, they tried to send me to the pen. Got to see out on my paperwork, tried to give me 7 years, but I did the crime, I do the time, I'ma rock it to the end. Gotta get out, can't live in this room again. Walls closing in, anxiety straight through the roof again. These echoes off the walls, I'm losing it. Gotta stick to the plan, get my family out the jam. Time to product up the plan. Gotta get it out, gotta move. Demons coming in too, but God got me, I know. So I'm coming out fighting, I'ma shine the brightest. You ain't got the slightest, I get where I come from. I fight like a lion, I fight like a lion. My family, they want me to win. The devil, he want me to lose. He want me running from 12, he want me all on the news. I just wanna chase this bag, I wanna drip in these jewels. Love familiar in the bag, top down where I cruise. 1155 days, you know I paid my dues. Release day coming, I'ma do what it.
Killed that, man. That was good, man. That was good right there. That's top notch right there. No doubt. Definitely put that on the playlist for sure. Shout out to Tough T, PTMG. But moving on. No, we're gonna be looking at this right here. I don't know if you heard of this guy right here named Nick Fuentes. I don't know. This guy is he's kind of like that kid in school, man, that just will argue with the teacher just to argue with him, but that turned into a full-time job online. Which I'm kind of jealous. I wish I had that. But, you know, it is what it is. But he can stir up drama quick, man. He's really known for his live streams and different things that he says. A lot of racist things, you know, which he self-admittedly, you know, will say that. But you got to check this out, man. He puts a lot of focus on black folks as far as the crime that they commit against white folks, right? And, you know, I guess I can get that. It's, you know, no crime is good for sure. But I do have to ask why there is such a focus on that when if you really divided crime up by race and groups and things like that, you really would be dishonest to only point out the black part of that, you know. So check this out. We'll give you a little taste of what he's talking about. I got my man here with me, and he don't know who this is, but if you ever heard of this kid, he's a real provocative cat. Check this out. Let's see here. All right, so that's who you see up there, man. You see him throwing the Nazi salute. He just, you know, he's a clown, man, like that. But check this out.
That's also the native black population, too. They'd fit right in with the outsiders. Go figure. Imagine that. And what is happening is that the white people are being victimized, and it seems like there's nothing we can do about it. To do anything about these brown and black problems would be racist. And that's what they are, brown and black problems. Carjackings, that's a brown and black problem. You don't get carjacked by a white guy. You don't.
All right, so he's you don't get carjacked by a white guy. That's funny. But so that's where he's at with it. Let me know if you heard that. Oh man. But really, when you look at it, this is a big problem that we're having right here. But of course, he's not going to talk about this. But look at this right here. This right here, church and school shootings, things like that. That's not a black problem. But you know, we can't really look at it like that. It's not you can't make it a black and white thing. You know, it's a mental health thing, really is what it is. But and you'll see he'll recognize that when it comes to this type of thing. So if what you see right here, if those were black folks, he wouldn't appreciate that. He would be saying all kinds of, it's a black problem. That's what he's gonna say, you know. Now, you could look at it like, let's see. What if it was a black person saying that? Now watch this.
One thing
Watch this right here.
I can tell you, brother, is black people, we ain't shit, man. Our people ain't shit. Black people ain't shit, bro. We can talk about this white man all day. But nah, man, black people ain't them. We ain't shit, man. Our people is fucked up. This slavery shit, I gotta blame it all on slavery, You hear me? This slavery shit done fucked up our mental, everything, man. We ain't shit as a people. We still trying to live off of what our fucking ancestors did 100 goddamn years ago. We built this. We built America. We built that. Okay, granted, you built all that shit. Now that the white man is not hitting you in the back, nigga, no more to make you build it, here's the question I got for you, What the fuck are we building today?
So you see, he didn't get canceled for saying that. You know, he came out with all of that. But I guess that's different. You know. Check this out. Check this out right here. All right, so now we're gonna see what he says, how he talks about it when it's a white problem, so called. You know, I don't follow this logic, but I'm just saying. He'll point out the black problem. He'll say, "Oh, it's a black problem," right? So let's hear about the white problems. Oh man. 33. All right, here we go. We got that queued up.
Postmodern form, hyper-real form of nihilistic antisocial violence.
To give a little context, though, he's talking about there was, I guess, some like situation where like some migrants were like, I guess, harassing some young girls or something like that. One of them pulled a knife out and an axe or something in the other hand or something like that. It was crazy. But I guess that kind of went viral, and he's responding to this as why were these migrants messing with these poor white girls, right? So that's what he's talking about right here.
The violence is against society as a whole. And to the extent that this person is trying to create a war of all against all, you could say it's satanic in nature, it's satanic terrorism. But this looks to me like antisocial violence.
My bad. No, he's not talking about that. He's talking about an incident with a trans person, I believe, that had went into a church or something like that, shot up some folks. I think that's what he's responding to. But keep in mind, this person killed some people, right? And he's responded as, you know, but it's a lot different than if that person had been a person of color. Watch this.
Somebody who is sadistic, a sociopath, antisocial, clearly has layers of personality disorders, mental illness, delusions, carrying out an attack against society as a whole. And I think that's a unique category of violence. It's not properly stated as a left-wing terrorism. People say, well, he wrote F Trump on his gun. This had nothing to do with his feelings about Trump.
All right, so he's kind of going off, but basically you saw him using all these big words, talking about, you know, socio this and, you know, all these big words to describe, you know, what happened there. Didn't say it was a white problem, you know, of course. You see here now, this is how he really don't like anybody, really. When you look at, he talks about his own folks, he'll go in on anybody. I mean, I kind of like that about him because, you know, he don't hold back on nobody, you know. Let me try this out. Show you this little clip right here real quick. Watch how he goes in.
wearing their flannel shirts, rolling up their sleeves. You know, they got so much to say about the blacks, about the Muslims, about the immigrants. They will never say boo about the Jews. And that's just cowardly, as far as I'm concerned.
Now, remember he said that.
That's just cowardly and sad. Matt Walsh.
Now, remember he said that was cowardly, right? Keep that in mind. Just keep that filed away. As you say that, but you see, he's going in on Matt Walsh right there. But if you look at his old, what's funny is you look at his old life. It's not black people causing him trouble. It's the white folks that is in his life that is, because he's the one that'll tell you how he's locked out of all the banks. He's not allowed to fly. He's got all this. He can't get PayPal and all this stuff because all the stuff he says about Jewish folks. But he's the one always talking about this race thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, these are white folks in your life that's causing you all this trouble. Nobody ever really points that out. You know what I'm saying? I never hear nobody say that. Remember he said all that about the Jewish folks, right? Now watch this. He goes in on Candace Owens because she a black woman, so he gonna go in on her, right? Watch. Watch this if you remember this right here. Yo, this is hilarious. You gonna laugh your ass off right here. You gonna laugh your ass off right here. Watch this.
Okay, this is me, a man, telling you, a woman, to sit down and shut the fuck up before you call out anybody else. Sit down and shut the fuck up, bitch. I'm so sick of it. She's got her book, Make Me a Sandwich. That's the book cover. Her book cover is her sitting cross-legged.
I can play this stuff because no one's listening to this. You know what I mean? Even though they cussing and stuff like that, no one cares. You know what I'm saying? No one's listening to me. No one's following me. So, you know, it is. I get because I'm just average every day. I get to enjoy the fruits of that. I just play whatever I want because no one cares anyway.
Legged. I'm gonna sit. Her book is her sitting cross-legged. Make him a sandwich. Okay. You want that, huh? All right. Well, hey, listen. Daddy's home. Hey, a real man is home. I'm pulling up my sleeves. You want to call me out? Sit down and shut the fuck up, bitch. That's what a man has to say. And make me a sandwich and make it good. Turkey and provolone. Can you handle that? But I did eat last night. Turkey and provolone.
So where's that guy at, right? Since this whole shooting thing happened, where's that dude at? Let's say whole thing happened with Charlie Kirk. He ain't saying none of that today. He skipped all around that. Watch this. But you have Candace Owens. She's the one being the rioter. She's the one asking questions like, yo, what happened to this guy? What really happened? Nick Fuentes, all that stuff he talking about the Jews, he ain't saying nothing. He's like, yo, Israel ain't do this, man. You know, he know. He better watch his mouth. I'm gonna prove that to you a little later. Watch this. Watch this. Here go Candace Owens.
This reveals who you.
Let's see if I can get this lined up. All right, go check this out. She gonna go in, watch.
Threat, always a threat of money. And yes, she happens to be Jewish, okay? And then Charlie dies, and she's like, oh my gosh, I can't, this person I was just saying, like, kind of, light little, oh, they do this or else to pray for Charlie Kirk. And now she's arrived at this Bill Ackman thing, and she's sue her. Just sue. That's how we win. We crush them economically. We're sick of this. We are, all of us, collectively, the globe, we're tired of you guys, okay? It's always about money. threats, all of this stuff. It's ridiculous. Do what we say or we'll ruin your life. We're going to call up all our friends.
And that happens everywhere, by the way. Even in like your local scenes, you know, as you're trying to like build something up, you'll see stuff like that come about, you know, where people will just kind of start forming up against you. That's what happened with us, the God's chosen ones in the organization we had. You know what I mean? It was the organizations around us that will form up against you and shut you down just for how you believe or you know, you want to do things a little differently.
And we'll just start writing hit pieces about you and we'll destroy you. Do what we say or we'll have you canceled. We'll have your sponsorships dropped. Do what we say or we'll make sure that you're fired. We'll put pressure so that you can't earn an income. If you're still not going to listen to us and you survive that, we're going to sue you for everything you have. You guys suck, okay? We don't care about your money. We are tired of it. This reveals who you are, not who I am. The truth should be enough. I've offered him my platform. If there is more you'd like to say, Bill, things you'd like to clarify.
Okay, so she's going in because they talking about this Bill Ackman dude. He was supposedly, you know, pressuring Charlie Kirk or whatever to, you know, be more pro Jewish and stop asking all these questions, which we'll get into that in a second. Watch this. Here you're gonna see Nick, right? He can't help but to he's the most censored dude online, right? He can't even have a YouTube page, but he's over here asking for people to be censored. Watch this.
Oh, that's how you take it to the next level. Yeah, like this idiot in a live chat says, flat out create a new NSDAP Nazi party. Yeah, great idea, dude. This is what I'm talking about. We should just make another Nazi party like Hitler. Oh, yeah, true.
Dwight Andrews said $11. If Vance wins 2028, what are the main things we will get from his administration?
It's just like this low IQ knucklehead stuff. It's just got to be driven out. It can't be allowed to dominate. There must be a sustained effort at the very top to suppress that shit.
As they're suppressing him, he will say that. Right? See, these guys are full of shit, man. These are just actors, man. They don't mean what they talk about. Now, I want to highlight this one. Watch this. This is from the Revolutionary Blackout Network. And this dude, he just wants to be a part of the club. His real gripe is they just won't let him on Fox News. That's why he's really mad. But the problem is, he don't come from a rich family. He don't come from a Tucker Carlson type family. So you ain't gonna get it. It ain't about Jewish or nothing. It's just you ain't rich. I mean, you rich now because you know you online and all that. But you ain't getting in that club. It's like owning a football team. Like, it don't matter how rich you is. You got to be certain people that own that type of stuff. Watch this right here.
For the people.
Yeah. Watch this right here. This is insane.
Shirts mocking his execution. For the people that are saying he deserved it for some such other reason, these people must be ostracized from our society. We must identify them. We must have them fired from their jobs. They must be censored on social media. There must be a cost.
Didn't they censor you from social media, sir? So he isn't Rumble like Palantir, Peter Thiel. So Palantir boosted outlets. He's magically the biggest streamer ever. He advocates for massive censorship. Hans, you got any thoughts?
I do, because I've always held this. That's why I've never trusted this kid, even before I had a public feuding with him.
All right, well, you should go check that out. I didn't listen to that whole thing, but He's the most censored dude asking for other people to be censored. It's just wild work. But he already knows there's no difference between the parties. They're all the same. Right? They all want the same things inherently.
But the policies are the same. The Ukraine war realistically started under Obama, carried on through Trump, then Biden, now Trump again. The situation in the West Bank, Gaza, and Iran, it was bad under Obama. Trump blew it up, continued under Biden, is accelerating under Trump again. So what is really important to understand here is this. The Republicans and the Democrats are both fucking us.
Bang. So he already gets it, right? He just said it right there. He gets it. You heard that, right? Oh, man. But now, he saw that dude, Charlie Kirk, get clapped. He don't want no smoke with Israel.
So last week, they said Charlie Kirk was just murdered. Israel's responsible. Now, the natural question for anyone skeptical, someone like myself, is why would Israel kill Charlie Kirk? He was pro-Israel until the day he died.
Because just like you know, the same reason why you got banned and things from everything, just for asking questions. That's all it takes. Especially with the platform that he had in the ear of the youth, he started asking questions about Israel and their influence and everything like that. He started saying that stuff publicly. You can't do that. You can't get put on a platform and they blow you up into this big star, and you think you're gonna come, you think you're gonna come out and say stuff against Israel and all that. Hell no.
What's the motive there? Anti-Semitism is exploding everywhere in the world. The whole world has turned against Israel. The youth, the right, the left, everyone has turned against Israel.
So what they're telling you is a third.
So he's not trying to say nothing about Israel did that. So, but watch this. I like this dude. This dude, he was talking about the story altogether.
30-aught 6 round, which can blow through elk bone, was stopped by Charlie Kirk's neck and a vertebrae. If you believe that, God bless your little heart.
Benjamin. Come on, man. They telling us anything. They trying to tell us anything, man. But you can see through it though. He has this thing about the Jews and all that, but he never acknowledges the black Jews, that they would say they're the real Jews. If you had like a problem with them, why not acknowledge that? But as long as he keeps the story going is that they're the real Jews, he just has a problem with them, then it's like he's basically just serving them. He's just keeping that going. But if he really had an issue with that, he would call that part out too, if he really was like, but really he should be happy. He's all about like this, racial white versus black thing. He wants white people to be in charge. So he's saying they're in charge of the world. So what is he mad? Look, when these people came out of World War II, the concentration camps, these camps, like when you talk about Auschwitz and all that stuff like that, these camps were in Poland. They were in Europe. These people came out of those areas. These are Europeans. When you look at Benjamin Netanyahu, he's the prime minister over there in Israel, but most people don't know he changed his name to Netanyahu. He's a Polish man. He had a Polish last name. It was like Rakowski or something like that. But you got to change it to sound more Jewish, like Whoopi Goldberg. But if you look at it, if you notice though, if you go look at this, there is a black population in Palestine called Al-Abid, and they get oppressed by both sides. Watch this. We didn't know this, but this is really happening. Watch. Now, the guy that shared this video, he's a Jewish guy, so he's going to use this as a way to get people to stop supporting Palestine. But keep in mind, these people get oppressed by both sides. So we'll check this out. This is the guy that guy right there. He's the guy that shared this video, making this video, but he's not going to talk about the fact that his own side is oppressing those people too. But check this out.
What's poppin'? So today's video is for my black brothers and sisters who scream free Palestine. I'd like to tell you about a place called Al-Abid. Al-Abid means the slave in Arabic. The 15,000 plus black people that live in Gaza live in a place called Al-Abid, which is known as the slave quarters. Women have reported that they are chosen as second, third, and oftentimes fourth wives, never the first, not due to religious reasons, but based on racial biases. Black people in Palestine face racial discrimination, job.
Now keep in mind, he's saying that the Palestinians don't want them as wives, like the first wives, all that.
Discrimination, and often marriage bans. They're not even allowed to marry the same way as regular Palestinians. Now, if I, as a black person, went to a pro-Palestinian protest and looked to my right and saw the former Grand Wizard of the KKK, looked to my left and saw a Proud Boy or a neo-Nazi, I would feel that I was in the wrong place. Well, all of these things I just stated happened in real life. They really went to these protests. And I would begin to think as a person, well, if you truly believe in freedom for all people, should that not include the black Palestinians?
See, I like how you put the thing up there. If you go back and look at that, the article is talking about Nick Fuentes and how he will come and show up to the pro-Palestine movements because he wants to go against Israel, but he's still going to oppress those at Al-Abid for sure.
Should that not include women? Should that not include children? Because they don't have these rights in Gaza and in Palestine. Do you know where they do have these rights? In Israel. And it blows my mind that
So he's going to go on his Israel propaganda thing. But the truth is that there is a place over there named that they oppress those folks like that. And they get oppressed from both sides. It's not just, it's easy to do that. Now, this is why, again, this is why I say, just stay average, just be a regular person, man. Enjoy your life, man. There's a channel, that girl Casey or that girl Cassie. She loves to post the dick stuff, right? But she wants to do this as a job. She telling people to like, subscribe, and all that because she wants to do this for income. But let me tell you this is for that girl Cassie, it's for all of them. You know what I mean? All of these people that want to get on TV, that want to get on stages, they want to get put into position, and you think that you're gonna speak out against Israel. You watch your mouth. All these people, the problem is they think it is their hard work that gets them into these positions, which, yes, you have to work hard, but you get selected for these things. You get chosen for these things. As long as you playing ball, it won't be no problem. Now, a good example of this right here is this girl named, she's a woman, but, we all children of God. So I say girl, kid, boy, whatever. But you have Anna Kasparian of the Young Turks, right? And you're going to see how her life is being played with, right? Because she starts speaking out against Israel, right? But here's the problem. She want to still be on TV. You want to be the mouthpiece. You want to make the big money. Then shut your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Because and have some respect for those that put you in position. Watch this right here.
Been writing a book on
Watch this.
Because I have personally seen the wrath of pro-Israel figures in this country threaten you. And if they see that they can't really do much about your employment, they'll go after your family members. They'll try to ruin your life. That's currently happening to my husband right now, who's not a political figure at all, has never even uttered a word about Israel or what's happening with the genocide in Gaza. But since these people can't touch me, they're going after my husband.
Can't touch you. You better slow your roll. They can't touch you. They can't touch you. And better watch yourself, you know. And I'm not saying for me, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying watch your mouth, though, because these are the people that put you in position, man. You think you can just be online like that? You think you get to be the mouthpiece? My thing is this, man. If you really cared about your husband like that, and you was cared about him being, you know, messed with because you talking about all this stuff about Israel, you would get off that camera, man. You would go back to regular life. You would just be an average person, man, if you really care. But the problem is you want to be famous, you want to be rich and all of this. More you want to have your career and all of that, more than you care about your husband's well-being. Because if you really cared, you would walk away. You would put that mic down, go back to school, go back to being the professor at school. But you ain't gonna do that because you want to be rich, you want to be famous. But don't think that you can get up there and talk about Israel, man. Watch this. Let's do this again. Charlie Kirk was feeling this, man, before he got killed. That's why it's funny Nick Fuentes say, why would Israel want to do this? Charlie Kirk was feeling the same pressure. He says so. Watch this.
Country.
Watch this right here. Watch what he said. This is Charlie Kirk talking about, I got to be careful right here. Watch this.
Thing to the Holocaust that any of us have lived through. But the fact is now Bibi and the Israeli hard right government has a mandate. I got to be careful the way I say this. They're going to try to ethnically cleanse Gaza.
Yep.
I mean, that's, and I don't use that term.
Hold on. First of all, you don't get on there and say that when they put you in position. He got on national, and really this is Patrick McDavid's fault. Megyn Kelly and all these people that wanted to platform his kid and have him get on there and talk shit about Israel. Y'all did this to him, and y'all should have some kind of responsibility for this because he got on y'all shows and did this, made him a target. He went on there and said they are going to ethnically cleanse Gaza. That's the worst thing you can say to Israel, about Israel. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't play that, man. You cannot say that. Patrick McDavid, you should be ashamed of your damn self for putting this kid up there like that and let him throw his life away like that and say that so you can get some clicks, views, likes. That's all you care about, being rich, famous. This kid lost his life in pursuit of that. It's real talk, man. Watch this. Now this is really what you don't do. Hold on, let me go back. Let me go back here and look at that one more time. 40. All right. This is what you don't do. This is what you don't do right here. These people put you in position, man. They put you in position, man. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth when you talk about these people. Watch this.
America has a long history of regime change with Iran. The moral here is that we should not invade Iran and we should not support regime change. Sometimes you get something way worse. Like Iraq, you get ISIS. Libya, you get civil war.
Yes. Yeah.
That's what you don't do, man. You do not do that. You was put in position to keep everybody distracted from all of that. It's not your job to be a truth teller. You get paid millions of dollars not to tell the truth, to play ball, do what you're told. So, like I said, Anna Kasparian, all these people want to cry when they get dealt with. Listen, all you got to do is walk away. That's all you got to do. And you'll never get messed with. You'll never have to worry about this. All you got to do is just stay average. That's it. And all this will go away, but that's why you're really mad, because you know you ain't about to do that. Because you're tough. All right? We're going to see. Watch this.
America.
Watch this. Megyn Kelly wanted to get involved. Megyn Kelly, you did this too, man. You want to bring him on your show, talk shit about Israel? That's what happens, man. Watch this. Watch this right here.
Both privately and publicly, are pushing people like you and me away. I have text messages, Megyn, calling me an anti-Semite. I am learning biblical Hebrew and writing a book on the Shabbat. I honor the Shabbat, literally the Jewish Sabbath. It is dozens of texts.
Yes.
And I just want to say too, I saw someone had posted that he honored the Christian Sabbath, which that's not true. What you just said right there, he honors the Jewish Sabbath, which is Saturday. But he was pro-Israel. But he was starting to ask questions that watch you'll see right here.
We start to say, hold the boat here. And to be fair, some of my really good Jewish friends are like, that's not all of us, it's all, but these are leaders too, though, right? These are stakeholders, right?
People that's not to be played with. So you see, these are people in power is what he's saying. People in power is not liking what he's saying. Shame on y'all. Shame on y'all in the media, man, that won't step away. You know, don't cry. Don't cry when they come for you. If you want to be they came from Martin Luther King too when he started speaking out against war. You know, they gonna come for you too. Trust that. Or you could just walk away and you could save your husband. Because he don't want to be on TV. He don't care about it. You could save him, man. You gonna do that? No. You a rich fuck. Or you want to be. Now watch this. You're going to see, I'm going to show Megyn Kelly. She's going to up here and try to defend herself, what she said. All the stuff that she was saying with Charlie Kirk.
Of all the people.
It up, which was a quote from Donald Trump, who had said it a year earlier when he was still a candidate. Time to wrap it up. That's what I said about Israel. And then at Turning Point
You don't say that about Israel. You shut your mouth.
At the Student Action Summit with Charlie, we talked all about Epstein in my appearance there. It was all about Pam Bondi, frankly.
Right.
And we talked about whether he might possibly be an asset for someone. And I said he might be. And Israel, yeah, would make sense to me. Didn't know, but that's one of the things we should consider and look at. And that will conclude the list of things I said about Israel. That after 2 years...
Trying to cop, please now. Please don't cap me.
Of going on the air and defending them every week turned some weird crowd into, she's an anti-Semite. So, I mean, F these.
Yo, man, you got your friend killed, yo. I thought Charlie Kirk was your people, man. And you gonna have him on there? Yo, that's messed up, man.
People, because it's a lie. It was even more of a lie about Charlie, who had said even less than me. He had said nothing, like absolutely nothing.
Which was not true, because he was on, we just saw, he was on the Patrick Bet-David show talking about they ethnically cleansing Gaza right now.
And they use those terms about him because he was on the other side of me.
Whatever, you can't get out of this, man. Okay, I can't even listen to this no more. You know? all of y'all, this is what Israel got to say to y'all. For all of y'all that want to be on TV talking shit about Israel, this is what they say to y'all right here.
Nigga, I created you, nigga. Well, God created you, but I help.
Yeah. You know, and then what y'all need to do on top of that is this right here.
You want to call me out? Sit down and shut the fuck up, bitch!
That's right, man. That's right.
Question is, what is warring? You got first on further assignment, but what does warring mean?
Man, what do I mean? I mean, you better stay average, man. Be a regular person. Enjoy your life. I'm telling you right now, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. There's not any examples you could point to that show me someone that's living good, stress-free. Biggie told us, more money, more problems. That's real talk, man. We out, man. Hey, yo, my man's up in the corner. We signing out. See you next time.